welcome everyone to your bi-weekly dose of feeling the penalties of immense psychic power. It's feedback damage.
Hey.
You like that?
It was good.
On the drive over, I was just like, what am I going to say? I want it to be the same. I want it to be different.
It was good. It was good. I liked it.
Thank you.
Quality.
Hey, I'm Mitch.
I'm Jared.
I'm Paul.
And we are missing one Jeff today.
We're playing taps. That's the one.
Okay, I'm done.
He's busy leveling Black Widow and Miss Marvel to level 50 on Marvel Heroes.
Oh.
It's essential.
It happens.
Yeah. So how we doing?
We doing.
We are good, getting excited for X-Men.
Yes.
Wolverine and the X-Men.
So good.
We are just buried in previews right now.
We are. Let's just dive right in, shall we? Let's dive into some previews. What?
Sploosh. We're diving.
Go right ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you got? You're excited about it.
Man, this is the set that I want the most.
Lead the charge.
Okay, so the earliest preview that we have not talked about is X-Man, the Brotherhood of Mutants X-Man. Nate Gray, one of the elusive Gray children.
Yes, not to be confused with Cable or Strife or anyone else that he also is. Thank you, X-Men continuity, for making no sense ever.
Okay, I take back my statement from earlier today where I said I want everything in the set. Like, this is good. I like him. But I don't know the character enough to say, I need, most everything else.
Right.
I look at the character and I say, I need that 12 range TK.
Well, I mean, yes. Gameplay-wise, yes.
Yes.
Character-wise, I don't even know who this is.
Yeah, I don't either.
But it's really cool. He must be from the Age of Apocalypse, which I have not read. I need to read that.
That was the very tail end of when I stopped reading.
I need to read that whole series.
Yeah, I guess.
There's some cool things in that series I heard about. So I need to read it.
Sure.
At some point in time. Anyway, X-Man. He has a trait that lets him be a wild card. He may be given a free action to copy a team ability of an opposing character instead of a friendly character. That's pretty cool. Like Paul said, he gets to use TK traded with a range of 12 instead of 8. And that's pretty awesome. And if you place an opposing character adjacent to blocking terrain, including walls, deal that character 2 penetrating damage after actions resolve. Now that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, that's very cool.
And he's got hypersonic speed, and he's got running shot, penetrating psychic blast. He's got prob on half his dial. He's got support on his dial, which is kind of awesome. He's got an attack power that says, at the beginning of your turn, give X-Man a free action. All opposing characters within range are knocked back 1 square. That could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Knock some people out of stealth or something.
A free knockback is always good.
Free knockback is good. And he also has a defense power around his dial at some times. Says barrier and energy shield deflection. When this power is revealed, after action resolves, X-Men may immediately use barrier as a free action. That's kind of neat. Free barrier is good too. I like free barrier. He has it.
That says
Twice.
It says immediately.
Yes.
So even if it's the opponent's turn?
Yes. After the action where the click is revealed, immediately use barrier.
So it's kind of like the stop clicks, except instead of stopping, you immediately throw out barrier, then continue turning the dial.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Is it revealed if you click past it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's
Interesting.
I mean, logically thinking about it, you turn, and you reveal it.
Yeah.
As you turn.
I didn't think about that. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But when you click off of it, doesn't barrier go away?
That's a good question.
point also.
It might just mean if you
If it
stop
stops
on
on it.
Well, it could be that it is in fact like what I said, but then again, once you turn off of it,
Mm-hmm.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully you land on it.
maybe the exception to that would be if you're playing the full point one. I don't know. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't put
I don't know.
Stop click there.
like X-Men continuity, it's very confusing.
More will come when this set actually gets released and we have all those HD Realm orange people given rules and...
That's so mean.
What? Orange
They're
people?
more than just orange people.
They are, but that's how I...
They're whole people. You can't identify them.
But they're orange.
No.
They might
Their
be.
names are orange.
No. The background color behind their posts is orange. Not just the name.
What more could I say? Why would I try?
What if they are orange? You don't know. Maybe they had a really bad
I've
suntan.
seen at least one of them, like,
Really?
online, yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah.
I thought somebody had a really
Yeah.
bad
Yeah, look at
suntan
that.
and like used the fake bake stuff and got all orange
Like
and
all
uppity.
Hulkamania.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like members of the Lollipop Guild.
Yes.
Heyo.
Yes.
All right. So
My
that's
sister
X-Men.
for the best. Last time I saw her. Ooh. Shout out to my
Hey.
sister. Love you.
Hey, sister.
Does some tanning, does she?
She does. She's a cheerleader and all that kind of stuff. And I asked her, I was like, so, Hulkamania running wild right now? Or what? She's like, what do you mean?
Nice. All right. So this guy has a smattering of powers. You can see him if you look at the preview on Heroclix.com. Kind of hit the high points, right?
It's really interesting. If you want to go all one-man tent pole with him, you could give him a 13-point belt.
Yeah.
Be right at 300. So,
Which, is that enough to get the outwit?
belt is 7, and you need 5. So, math is
Yeah.
hard.
That's 12.
Yeah, so you're
You
good.
can.
You're
Okay.
made in the shade.
And a suit.
But you're not going to put the suit of sorrows on him.
Well, no. No.
Yeah.
He's got too much good stuff.
That was an 8 range.
Yeah, most of his powers are range-based, so
Yeah.
I would not.
Mm-hmm.
Bat cowl, probably.
Yeah.
There's
Yes.
probably not a reason to put the Robin suit when that's
No.
all out and around.
No.
Nope.
It's bad. Alright. Moving on. The other thing that dropped recently has been the X-Men Blue Strike Force team dial.
How do we feel about this team dial? Is it as busted as the old ones? Or, well, the old ones. The ones that have been out for like 3 weeks?
Well, it's no Justice League team dial. I'll give you that.
And it shouldn't be.
No. You could play this one at 600, 300, or 200. Which Justice League was... How many?
6, 4, and 3.
6, 4, and 3.
Yeah.
Honestly, at the 300 point dial, I think Justice League could easily take them. At 600, I think it would be a match.
Let me tell you what I like about this. One of my complaints of team bases, having actually played them now, is that it really speeds up the game so much that you don't really have a lot of strategy. And what I like about this one is that it actually is to your benefit to use solo adventure. And that's going to slow down the match.
Yeah.
To where it's not just like, you roll, I roll, you roll, you're dead.
Yeah. Well, when you talk about that, that's mostly Justice League that has the, if all of the people are on the team base, then you can't be countered or outwitted or whatever.
Yeah.
Where this one encourages people to be put off the base.
And this, to clarify, this is the X-Men Blue Strike Force. Otherwise known as the Blue Team.
Blue team.
Yes. To their counterparts, the Gold Team. Back in the early 90s. I think these are the guys that everybody pretty much remembers.
Yeah, the blue and the gold teams, yeah,
Yeah.
it encompasses most of all of the people, the characters people like.
Who are the members on this team?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Paul. Left to right, by how I see it, we've got Gambit, we've got Beast, we've got Wolverine, we've got Rogue, Jubilee, the daughter of Bret Hart, Psylocke, and Cyclops.
Both of them size on there.
And the three figures that come with the team dial are
Um,
Psylocke,
Yes.
Rogue,
and Beast.
and Beast. Thank God, not Gambit.
Yeah, the
Gambit is free.
Wolverine is the common, Cyclops is the uncommon, Gambit is the rare, Jubilee is the super rare. Which we will actually preview all of these characters' dials here in a second, after the team dial goodness here.
So we got 2 traits to
Wait,
deal with.
before that, the sculpt I really like. Like, that's a really cool looking sculpt. It has the danger room,
Mhm.
and it's going from danger room to forest scene or vice versa. I can't really tell which way it's going, but either way, it looks pretty stinking cool.
That is
It's
really
kind of
cool.
morphing from one to the other.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Anyway,
I think I missed that.
the traits you were talking about?
2 traits. More a family than a team. Give X-Men Blue Strike Force a power action. This turn, modify attack value of friendly characters with the X-Men keyword by +1 when attacking a character without the X-Men keyword.
You see, my first reaction to that was, wow, what a waste of a power action.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're going to give them a power action, you can use working together or whatever the ability is to do 3, 4, 6 actions, however many it is. And, yeah, +1 to one friendly character does not seem to be worth 3 or 4 attacks.
It makes more sense the more you read on.
Okay.
The more you begin to understand this dial, the more that makes sense. Because again, this is a team base that actually benefits from popping off and using...
It's friendly characters, plural.
Yes.
Okay, I thought it said a friendly character.
Right.
That would, I thought that was really bad.
Now, I think the question on that, that I would have, if you're not talking solo adventure, if you are talking a full team base, do each of those count as individual characters? Because, I mean, you do for map roll, right?
If you're giving them a power action this turn,
Yeah.
you can't, yes, you do modify the attack value of the friendly character this turn, but they can't do anything else because you've already given them an action.
Mm-hmm.
So, even if it does count all of them as different characters.
Well, wait a sec. Couldn't that be your... If you use working together...
Oh, that's your power action
Yeah.
and working together.
Yeah. So then, do
Interesting.
you just get an automatic +3 to your attack for everything else? I would assume, because it's a modify, so it has to be capped. It can't be a +7. That would be great, but, you know.
I would probably guess that would be ruled as +1 for the team base.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're different characters when they're off the dial,
Sure.
but the same when they're on.
I see.
That would be my assumption, because you can't give them 7 actions. You can only give them 1 action because it's one character.
Right.
So, that would be my professional opinion.
Sure.
My highly paid professional opinion.
Okay. Well, so there's that. We have another trait. Executioner's Song. That was a bit of a crossover thing in the 90s in the story.
Like Executioner mixed
Executioner.
with Linkin Park kind of Executioner?
Is this another Bret Hart reference?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know about this Linkin Park. I'm not in 6th grade and I didn't get grounded and I'm not going to push anybody away or anything like that. Sorry if you like Linkin Park.
Sorry, brother.
Your good brother.
My brother loves it.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
He's never gonna listen to this.
No, he's not.
Alright.
He doesn't play, but still. Sorry, brother. If you ever support my dreams.
Well.
Sorry, that got weird.
Hey, brother.
I'm a monster! Sorry, we're talking about the development. Yeah. Anyway, it was a crossover. So just so you know.
Okay.
I'm delving into the X-Men knowledge that I have. Anyway, that trait is give X-Men Blue Strike Force a free action, remove a character from the team base, and remove from the game. Unless your next attack roll with this team is a critical miss, the result becomes an 11 and can't be re-rolled. How do you feel about that?
The part of me that says
Is it worth
keep
it?
your people safe is really not liking that, because that's a big sacrifice.
Yes.
I mean, granted, there might be somebody on this team dial that you think is pretty worthless, and you're like, okay, whatever, I don't care. Let's sack them for a free 11. That's pretty good. Now, I don't know how worthy they would be doing a solo adventure or keeping them on the base for the asset dial.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see where that could be really good in a pinch, but I'm not entirely sure how well I think that'll work all the time.
If you use that, who would you choose? Who do you think is the lesser valued character on that team base?
Oh man, it really probably depends on
Jubilee.
what you're facing. No, not at all.
I just wanted to say it.
I mean, normally, sure, okay.
You
But
need those fireworks.
no, she's great as a solo adventure
Mm-hmm.
because, well, depending on what clique she comes off as, she could very well be given some perplex, which is a highly needed thing.
Yeah. Yeah, the energy explosion would be nice.
I mean, Gambit, you could do a solo adventure with him and it's really good. Cyclops is really good. Wolverine's really good. You don't want to kill off any of them, really.
No, you definitely want to save Wolverine for the attack power, the non-PD cannonball. Because he can be given a power action as soon as you remove him from the base.
I was gonna say Rogue because that's the type of character that I just don't play very often or well.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's just, that blunt force, pick up a brick and hit somebody with it kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I don't really play that, but her asset dial is steal energy. So if you're playing in close, like on your 200 point dial, you're sitting there with charge. With her on the asset dial, it's charge, steal energy, heal yourself up.
Yeah, that is important to have.
I mean, Beast is combat reflexes. Cyclops is precision strike and sharpshooter. Those are both really good, as seen on the Justice League team base. The sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Gambit. Give blue strike force a power action and remove an object from the map in a square that they occupy or is adjacent to. If you do, they may immediately be given a ranged combat action as a free action. That's really good.
Kind of Gizmo-y.
Kinda.
Yeah.
So, Gizmo just found a new team-based friend.
Yes.
Gizmo and Blue Strike Force with Asset Dial Gambit. Interesting. Okay. Going on. Jubilee, X-Men Blue Strike Force modify their defense by +1 against range combat, so like a wimpy energy shield deflection.
Yeah.
Psylocke they can use mind control, Rogue, steal energy, Wolverine, regeneration. The special number 1 power. When another character that began the game on this team base is KO'd by an opponent's attack, you may roll a d6 that can't be re-rolled. On a 5 or 6, take an extra turn after this one. That's badass. I mean, there's no other thing to say. I mean, that's great. This team dial really does encourage you to be pulling people off, running around with them, doing other things. Like,
Does this sway your opinion on team dials?
Slightly.
No.
Slightly. I like this a little better because they don't seem stupid overpowered.
Yeah.
Like the Justice League does. Like, I don't care whatever else happens. I don't care how many times they get beaten at Origins. Like, that's just stupid overpowered. The normal team is not going to beat that.
Yeah, I think if there is a rata to working together, I think it could be just a really good piece.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as is, no.
Yeah.
I've already apologized for him, so.
Yeah. This one actually seems pretty legit. And if you notice, on their asset dial, there's only 3 clicks where they have 2 of the faces at once.
Mm-hmm.
Where Justice League, pretty much all of them had 2 of the faces. And it's the same number of characters, same point value.
Mm-hmm.
I think they realized that having 2 stupid, great free abilities on the same click that you don't have to move from?
Well, I don't know, because I don't know what the lead time is in development for these things, but
Yeah.
I don't
They
know.
probably already have this in production.
I got a feeling that, like, Justice League was always meant to be insane.
Yeah.
But I don't think the ramifications of how insane it actually would end up being really hit home until, you consistently have that thread on HC Realms that says, Justice League is an insult to team balance, or game balance. Yeah.
I mean, this one is definitely different. It definitely encourages you to take figures off the team base and use them as a team, basically.
Let me put it this way. If I see this across the map, I don't immediately, fill my jeans in gear. I go, okay, this is going to be tough, but this will be an interesting game.
Yes.
Which is the way this game should be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they have an attack power that you really touched on a little bit. Thanks. I was not doing my words there for a little bit. Sorry. Let us know. Tell us what that is.
When you use Solo Adventure to remove Wolverine from the team base, you may place him in any non-adjacent square within 8 squares in line of fire. Wolverine may be given 1 additional action as a free action this turn. So basically he jumps off and then charges you, which I believe that's what his power is, charge blades, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that a perfect opportunity to start talking about the individual members of the team base?
I think it is.
Okay, well, as has been the tradition of the last few sets, the number 1 figure, the figure that the set is based around, last time in Teen Titans we had Robin, Batman, we had Batman, who was it?
Spider-Man was Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Who was in the Streets of Gotham?
Streets of Gotham.
Oh, I don't remember.
Well, let me use my old computer here.
That's the computer sound.
A GCPD officer.
Well.
Who really doesn't kind of fit with that, but...
No, not really.
It's a fine tradition that goes all the way back to Superman, and
it's
everybody knows
it's mostly the ones that are actually named with the named character.
Yeah.
Like, Robin in Teen Titans, okay, he was not, this great big powerhouse piece. He was really good.
He's very good.
Let's not, argue about that one. But you had 001 Superman, who was just broken in his time. You had Batman, 200-point Batman, which is great. You had the 100-point Spider-Man, the A, B, and C dials, which were decent, interesting. They tried a whole bunch of that new alternate character stuff, or what do they call it when you replace the replacement character?
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They tried a lot of the replacement character stuff, and it was interesting.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
And now Wolverine and the X-Men 001 is Wolverine. Tell us about him, Paul.
He is pretty awesome. He's as good as you thought he would be. He has the trait that immediately when I saw him, I immediately looked for the trait of healing factor, and there it was. At the beginning of your turn, you may heal him of 1 damage.
Which we haven't seen that trait since the GSX Wolverine 009
right.
or
Not one
like
that simple where it's just flat out heal.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with if the character's around you or if you took damage from the last turn, just heal and that's it. He has charge blades with a 12 attack on his opening click. Later on down the dial, he gets a little bit of invincible, and it never goes below a 10 attack. So he's a very solid piece. Keywords are Alpha Flight, Animal, Weapon X, and X-Men for 100 points. He has a trait, Track and Kill. At the beginning of the game, choose an opposing character. At the beginning of your turn, if that character is within 6 squares of Wolverine, choose one. That character can't use Shape Change or Stealth this turn, or modify Wolverine's Speed +2 this turn.
That's really good.
Yes.
If that character is within 6 squares, not line of sight, not anything else.
Right. Just within 6 squares.
And it says they can't use them this turn, not for Wolverine's attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So, you put Wolverine out there, and now, hey look, stealth busting.
Yeah.
You're facing a Batman family team, and, their big 200-point Batman no longer has stealth.
Right. Or if you want to go the other way, I have a 4 range charge, but if you're 6 squares away, now I can reach you because I'm adding +2. Now I have a 6 range charge.
Mm-hmm. He's either very vicious himself, or he can be very teamworky and help, Cyclops, who's your ranged guy, be able to bust through stealth,
Yes. Well, if you want to jump to Jubilee real quick, because they will work wonderfully together. Because she, for 56 points, has a trait. When Jubilee is adjacent to a friendly character named Wolverine, they both modify their attack +1. So now Wolverine has a 13 attack if he is next to Jubilee.
Yeah.
So that's
the problem is he's
awesome.
not a carrier, and neither is she.
Right. You just have to move them together.
So, TK or something.
Move her up first.
She does, on the top dial, she does move 1 square slower than Wolverine, which would keep her where you want her. She does have stealth.
Yep.
So throw her into Henry, move Wolverine to where you need to be, and then get that big attack in, and use her for the perplex, too.
Yes, that's what I'm so excited about her. Is an X-Men character with cheap perplex.
Yep.
Or cheap X-Men character with perplex, I should say.
So we're talking 14
We're
attack.
talking 14 attack when they're together. Yes, with blades.
That's pretty insane.
That's nasty.
You're not missing a lot there.
No. Yeah. And then on her second click, she has sidestep, so she needs to keep up with Wolverine.
Right.
She can actually move 1 further than Wolverine can.
Yeah.
Unless he does the +2 movement thing. But she does have an attack power that says Jubilee can use Energy Explosion. When she does, in addition to its normal effects, each hit character must either be given an action token or modify their attack value by -2 until their next turn. That's the other reason why I think she's just going to be stupid good. Because not only is she cheap perplex for X-Men, but she you either lock down somebody, or a lot of somebody's because she has 2 targets.
Yep.
And it's each hit character, not each targeted character. So all the splash damage, they all take the action token as well. Yep. Or they modify their attack value by -2 on all hit characters as well. Yep. So either you nuke their entire team's attack, or you're locking them down. And granted, they can choose either A or B for each and every character.
Yep.
It's not one blanket, hey, everybody takes -2, or everybody takes a token.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Is she wearing jorts?
She is, with boots. Jorts and boots. And her, old school trench coat.
And her April O'Neil.
Yes.
April O'Neil trench coat. And big pink sunglasses.
Bret Hart.
Aviators.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
She was front row in 1992, and Bret Hart gave her those sunglasses, and she was so hyped about it that she was never going to take them off ever again.
That's it.
Well, she's got to wear them while she's doing her fireworks stuff. She doesn't want to blind herself with sparkles. Sparkles.
Those Hitman glasses, man.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about her just for the energy explosion power and the cheap perplex. 56-point perplex is not that expensive for a character that can actually do some damage.
Right. Not bad.
Yeah, you'll be seeing that tag team a lot, her and Wolverine together.
Yes. So, going back, we've talked about Wolverine. Let's talk about Big Blue.
Cyclops. Hey, One Eye. I don't know, I went there.
You did.
It was bad.
You're there.
I went there, and now I regret being there.
You're already there, so just...
I'm there. Alright. He has a trait called Summers Brothers. Cyclops ignores all damage dealt by characters named Havoc, unless it's dealt by a close combat attack. This ability can't be ignored. Interesting. So, we'll have to see what Havoc does.
They can only punch each other, basically.
They're doing a slap fight.
It's just Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Wait. Back to Arrested Development. Is this boy fights?
Yeah. Exactly.
Boy fights. Where's Baby Buster? Sorry. They all have the X-Men team ability. We forgot that earlier, but Cyclops is 7 range. None of these characters have had Indom yet, which that's kind of sad for the Wolverine. But anyway, back to Cyclops. Opening click, he has Force Blast and Sidestep as a special power on his movement track. On his damage track, he has a special power that says Cyclops can use leadership. When he hits an opposing character, that character loses all keywords and can't use leadership or team abilities until your next turn. That's going to be pretty devastating.
Yeah.
That takes a character out of the option for using theme team probs for, that's really it for the keyword stuff. I mean, there's not really that much of a other benefit that I can think of during the game, not at the beginning of the game. They can't use leadership, which, okay, that can be kind of hard.
I mean, if you were playing a team that was using one ATA for one figure and then stealing it with a bunch of Spider-Man figures.
There's the kicker on this ability is you can't use team abilities. That's pretty awesome. That means if he, for some reason, does hit somebody with the hand, they no longer have the hand for the rest of the turn. Mm-hmm. If they have mystics, your entire team can hit them without getting mystic damage or stealth or whatever it ends up being. Yeah. You know, I think that's going to change a lot of stuff. And think about that when you're playing the team base. Say they're facing Justice League team base, you pop Cyclops off. They no longer can use Batman TA. They can't use Superman TA. They can't use the other TAs that they have.
Justice League.
Okay, that doesn't really matter though. Yeah. So that one, not as big a deal, but still, kind of neat. So he's got kind of the things you'd expect. He's got Penetrating Psychic Blast, Pulse Wave, Ranged Combat Expert. He does have Willpower for a while. Some Energy Shield at the beginning there. But pretty solid numbers, pretty solid dial.
You know what I like here is that you guys were talking, you've got Wolverine and Jubilee, you're going to see that combination a lot. But given what Cyclops does, given what he can do, Wolverine says you can't use stealth within 6 squares of him, right? Yeah. And now Cyclops hits him, and now they lose Bat TA, for example, for this turn. Mm-hmm. That opens them up for the rest of the people to make range attacks like Gambit.
That's true.
So, I mean, you really have a true team dynamic going on here.
There is. There's a lot of synergy in this right now.
Yep.
But if Wolverine is that close and they can't use stealth, well, canceling Bat TA isn't going to change much because they still lose stealth that turn.
Yeah, if you can't use stealth, period, the Bat TA wouldn't even matter. Because it just shuts it off completely.
It's a little redundant, but he would also shut off, say you have a stealthy Mystic. Mm-hmm. Or a stealthy Superman guy, or a stealthy whatever. Whatever other powers there are.
Yeah. And he can take that Mystic, because Wolverine can, because
he heals.
He's a bub.
Bub?
Yeah.
Bub.
You're mentioning something about Sidestep earlier, Paul.
Yeah, when I first saw these new powers, I thought Sidestep in my mind was going to be more like defensive, like dodging something, or like I was thinking of figures that would have it, like a Wolverine or a Beast, or I think Beast actually does have it. But the more I look through this list, I see it on like Jubilee.
Cyclops.
I see it on Cyclops. I see it on Gambit. It's almost like Sidestep is more of a like set up the shot, like they gather their feet and then blast.
Well.
To me, that's what the power is more aimed at, rather than just moving. I mean, like moving out of the way.
It's got a lot of use.
It's got a whole lot of use. I think for one part, it's a poor man's running shot or charge. Mm-hmm. And even when we get to Beast, you'll see his power when he has Sidestep. It's the flavor text is named Lunge. So lunge 2 squares, then do an attack.
That's why I was surprised Wolverine didn't have that.
Yeah, I kind of thought he would too. So it's kind of a poor man's running shot or charge. for those who wouldn't necessarily get the full out charge or whatever.
Yeah.
But like you said, it can also be done very defensively. Like, say our friend Cyclops here. He shoots somebody, and then he takes 2 steps back behind a wall, behind a blocking terrain, into stealth. Or Jubilee, when she has it, get into that hindering terrain, get back into defense.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I would really like to see a combination of, on the same click, sidestep with ranged combat expert.
Yeah.
Because now you basically have a 2-range running shot ranged combat expert.
Yeah.
I mean,
And eventually I think we'll see a running shot or charge with sidestep. And what that's going to do is it'll allow you to charge in, make your attack, and if you have improved movement, automatically move away. Or not, you get a chance to move away for free. Pretty nice. Same thing if you have sharpshooter. Let's say you're facing somebody with combat reflexes. You want to get in, sharpshoot them at the close range for whatever reason. Makes more sense in my head. Anyway, you can do it. It'll be great.
I mean, it's also a great way to, break away. I mean, like you said, it's an extra chance to break away.
Right.
It's an extra chance to position after the fact or before the fact. Say you have your sniper piece like Cyclops. Say he had a running shot and sidestep. But he has no improved movement. He's locked down in hindering terrain because you wanted the defense bonus. Sidestep is locked too. So you can step 2 squares out of hindering terrain and not have to have your movement. And then running shot, since you're already out, to get your full or your half range running shot instead of your quarter range running shot. So it kind of gives you that extra option of get the heck out of dodge first.
Yeah.
Alright, moving on. We have Gambit, the well-awaited Gambit that everybody's been waiting for. Complained that it wasn't in GSX, and everybody's just been talking about this guy for so long. We need a new Gambit. We need a new Gambit.
Not everybody loves Gambit.
Not everybody loves Gambit. There are some few folks out there who think Gambit is a
butthole.
That's a better word than what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
I don't mind Gambit. Let's put it out. I mean, I don't mind him as a character. He's kind of weirdo, but still.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm kind of ambivalent. There's a good word.
There's a $3 word.
Yeah, man. Making it rain.
He was always my favorite. On the cartoon in the early 90s, he was just the way he talked. I still don't know what any of the things that he said mean. I still don't know what mon ami means.
My friend.
There you go.
I believe.
I don't speak Cajun, but
it's French. That's French.
I think it's Cajun.
What?
He speaks Cajun.
He speaks Cajun. Fine.
Anyway, he's awesome, as he should be.
All right, read it off.
Just go straight to the trait that he should always have had. Gambit can use super strength, but he can't pick up or hold heavy objects, so he can pick up the light ones. When he throws an object, modify his attack value by +2 and increase the damage dealt by 2. Biokinetic charging that.
Whatever object it is.
Yeah.
See, here's what I'm wondering if they've overlooked. It says you can't pick up heavy objects. He's over 100 points. He is legally able to pick up an ultra heavy object like the tank turret. I wonder if that was an oversight or if ultra heavies are considered heavies. I mean, it's kind of in the name. But
I don't know.
Let's see how that pans out later.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like him. He has another trait. At the beginning of the game, after objects are placed, you may replace any object 5 points or less with a standard light object from outside the game.
Once again, just basically replacing objects that he can't pick up with objects that he now can pick up.
Now, also note that it doesn't say your object. So if somebody, for some reason, some dumb reason, is playing a relic that is not automatically assigned to a character like the Wonder Girl's lasso or the Harvest Staff.
Yeah. Although most relics are 8 points.
There are a few that are pretty cheap. Scorpio Key being one of them, I think, is 2 or 3 points. Still, ultra heavy object, whatever. Somebody, your opponent pays for an ultra heavy object.
Yep.
You say no, sir.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I found another new friend for Gizmo. For you people just tuning into our show and haven't gone back to our archives and seeing all the rest of the stuff, my favorite character at this moment is Gizmo from Teen Titans. There's much Gizmo love. Come on, guys. Gizmo love.
I like Gizmo.
Love?
I haven't played him yet, but I got one today, actually.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Yay!
So we will see.
I got my second. It's just too stupid good.
Yeah.
He's real good.
Alright. Gambit also has a movement power on his first and fourth clicks. That is Leap Climb. When your opponent has more than one action remaining in his action pool, Gambit can use Stealth.
That is interesting.
That's going to be really interesting because now leadership is going to matter a whole lot more. If somebody's using leadership to up their movement pool and don't actually, like to take an action token off, most of the time when you use leadership, it's, I need to take an action token off of my big hitter or off of this support character that I need to move around. Not really for the action total. Gambit makes you look at that a little more.
Yeah, I mean, it really makes you look at the order that you give your character's actions on who you want, you know. Because if you have a guy that can attack him, you want to make sure that you save that
for the
very last attack. So that he doesn't have stealth and you can take a shot at him.
Interesting.
So that's...
When you read leadership, at the beginning of your turn, give this character a free action. It doesn't say you may, which means leadership is technically not optional. So, say you're playing a team that has 4 characters, and it's a 400-point team, and they have a leadership on there. They have to roll leadership. If they make leadership, they have 5 actions. They have 4 characters to use those actions. They have 1 action left in their action pool when they end their turn. Gambit has stealth the entire turn. I don't think I realized that leadership is... I mean, granted, I may be wrong, but as of reading the powers description, there's no may. May being the word of choice in Heroclix lingo. It just says give them an action.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Really? Is that it?
Well, all I know is I will be pushing Gambit immediately to Running Shot, Energy Explosion, triple target with Perplex.
Yeah, I mean, there's
That's fantastic.
very few reasons not to.
Yes.
Well, you lose that stealth.
You do lose the stealth.
In the early game, you might want it.
The stealth with penetrating damage, too.
And also bear in mind, you know, yeah, Energy Explosion is extremely good and Perplex is nice too, but getting past your opponent's impervious and invuln and toughness, especially top dial, can be very, very important.
Stealth combat reflexes as well. He has combat reflexes on his stealth dial.
Because
or on
you
his
got
stealth
like
push.
peanut butter and
Oh,
jelly.
yeah.
So that's a 19 defense instead of that 17.
Yep.
Which can be really awesome. So,
And he ignores hindering when he moves, so he can just park him in hindering.
He's built to do all that stuff. So.
he's good. He's good. In his sculpt, at least the digital render that they put up on their website
Just looks amazing.
looks really great. He's throwing some cards. They're all aces. They got purple streaky things behind them, being all
got
energy
the-
charged.
It's got the Jennifer Kale thing going on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So Jubilee has a vampire form.
Yeah, Jubilee is the second prime that we have seen revealed. It is the super rare prime.
And if you're like me, you probably just flipped out a little bit because you saw this dial and you saw 33 points. But you gotta remember she starts at her green line.
Which is click number 5 out of 7.
Yeah.
So she technically has 3 clicks of life for 33 points.
Molman.
Not bad. Yeah, there it is, right there. She has traded steel energy like every vampire. Every wild dial vampire. You can heal her past her starting click of click 5 when you use heal energy. Or steel energy. Heal energy. Huh.
Kind of.
Pretty much. You can't use support to get her there sooner.
Right.
But you can use her steel energy. Now with the Mole Man trick, mind control your own Jubilee, give her extra actions that turn, heal more every turn.
Yeah.
Great.
Heal up to click 3 right away.
She's a thing where I would say if you have a monster team, there's probably no reason you shouldn't play her.
Yeah, she's just a little bit more expensive than the generic vampire from from Amazing Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you have those extra few points, she's worth putting on there. I mean, the dials are not drastically longer on the vampires. They only have 1 healing click. And I don't believe they start out with any kind of move and attack. They have stealth on their first click, I believe. Where she has charge and she has 4 clicks that she can heal from. And she gets rather potent when she gets all the way up. She does have some invincible, she has impervious all the way up. She has exploit weakness, charge, super strength. That's pretty deadly. It's gonna be interesting.
And even on her starting click, you can throw down a smoke cloud for 33 points.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
And Smoke Cloud is a lot more useful now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah.
Throw down 6 markers and protect your guys from close combat attacks.
And still charge exploit. 1 damage, but charge exploit. 1 damage is gonna stick.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She's been awaited thoroughly as well. A lot of people thought that this might have been a joke when it was first put up on the realms.
Yeah, you'll probably see a lot of people putting the belt on her
Yeah,
to get that flurry.
charge flurry would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rest of let's go back to the team dial characters, getting to the ones that actually start with the team dial when you pull it out of the box. First up is Beast. Mitchell?
Beast is an Avengers Defenders, a sword?
Sword.
Yep.
S-word.
S-words.
I'm not gonna go into Sean Connery thing. Scientist and X-Men. You know what? I'm disappointed.
What?
I'm disappointed that Gambit doesn't have a power that says kinetic card, or Cyclops doesn't have one that says optic blast.
Oh no, Marvel vs. X-Men.
Yeah, I want that. But anyway,
he has concussive blast. Does
it's
that work?
not optic blast.
Well, fine.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Beast has all my stars and garters.
That
What more do
is-
you need?
All my stars and garters.
That is, I wish he had in the sculpt, he had Animal Farm in his hand. Because you remember in the cartoon, he was always reading that, in prison.
Yeah.
That's true.
Anyway, Beast does all the things that you would expect Beast to do. He ignores hindering, elevated, and characters, because he's a Beast Man.
Beastman.
But not Beast Man from He-Man.
No, not the same.
Nah. Okay, Lunge is sidestep. He has that for the first, top half of his dial. I'd point that out. Normally we don't really care too much about the regular powers, but it's cool because it's new and it's pink.
Mm-hmm.
It's pink.
So, he's got a defense power. Excuse me, I'm full of spaghetti right now.
You're welcome.
So he's got a defense power and a damage power for the top half of his dial. The defense power is called Flying Furball. Beast can use combat reflexes, super senses, and toughness. That is some potent stuff.
Yes, which that is shared with what is it? Alyosha Craven has it's a very similar defensive power.
I think,
Or is it the other
Craven, the regular Craven.
It's the regular
I
Craven.
believe so.
Regular.
Mhm.
Alright.
Okay. both have the animal keyword, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
Wasn't?
Oh, he doesn't have animal keyword.
Doesn't.
Never mind. I'm
Oh, he doesn't
sorry.
have.
Dang it!
Highly offensive.
Foot in mouth.
Yeah. Just because he has fur doesn't mean he's an animal.
Apparently.
His name is Beast.
Dude, you know, when I was a kid, we knew this kid, like, he was a friend of mine, that, like, when he was young, he actually had, like, hair, like, all over his body. It was
I
really
thought you were
weird.
going to say he was blue.
No.
I was going to say, wow, that's...
We used to, I mean, he was a friend, so, like, we didn't really make fun of him, but we were just like, dude, you're like Teen Wolf.
Oh.
Was he good at basketball?
No.
Is that why you called him that? Oh.
No. There's other, I'm gonna leave it alone. But
Yeah, let's just keep going.
So, anyway.
Damage power.
Damage power, brains, or brute force. That's the name of his power. And
Literally with the question mark.
yeah, that's why I did it. So you know. So you people at home know that it was a question.
But you did that with sword. Or SWORD.
That was because that was just confusing.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's the acronym SWORD. Like, shield, sword.
Oh.
So what does sword stand for?
Yeah.
I don't know that off the top of my head, but
Special weapons only reduced down.
Reduced damage.
Yeah.
It was very similar to shield, and I think, what's her face? Maria Hill might have had something? No, that's not right.
That's
I don't remember. I'm gonna shut my mouth. There's also hammer as an acronym.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not joking you.
I know.
It's really there. Yes, I know it's you, but I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, Dr. Horrible.
If anybody knows Dr. Horrible, you know what line we're thinking of.
Yeah. Okay, so brains or brute force? At the beginning of your turn, choose close combat, expert, or outwit. Beast can use the chosen power until your next turn.
It's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. He could hit for 4 or 5, 4 at the end.
And there's your
There's
charge
your-
close combat expert.
Mm-hmm.
So
There it
it's,
is.
that's also getting you in and out of wherever you need for that outwit.
Yeah.
And this is my secret thing that I don't think people will be thinking about too much. At least not at first. And I'm giving it away to you guys for free. Alright? This is $1 million idea. I'm giving it to you first. You heard it here. By now. You gotta remember, sidestep is a free action. So when you have 2 tokens, hey, guess what you get to do? Still move.
Mm-hmm.
That I think most people are going to forget that.
Yeah, they might.
Because it's a very new free action.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a Fangly white power. A special power that...
White power bill.
White power bill. It's not
But
a...
I'm white. So I've been watching a lot of Arrested
Yeah,
Development.
we're right in the midst of season 3. It's good. 4.
Yep.
The new one.
Netflix.
Yeah.
It's good. But on the turns that you've,
Mm-hmm.
tokened him out, or you're gonna rest, you still get to sidestep outwit. So you're not in the right place for your outwit, take 2 steps.
Yep.
I mean, I really think that's gonna be the thing that most people overlook, is that sidestep is a free action. Boom.
It's good. So the bottom half of his dial, charge blades, combat reflexes, and battle fury. Bestial impulses, as they call it.
Hey-o.
And then the very, very last, if you're lucky enough to end on his bottom click, he's got flurry blades,
Yes.
which is always appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So yeah.
He gets to be a damage monster later. He's not a monster keyword either. Dang it.
Was the other beast a monster keyword?
I don't believe so, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think he was animal, but hey.
Hmm.
So there's Dr. Hank McCoy. We've got Psylocke. What?
What's the Bones on Star Trek?
He's also Dr. McCoy.
Yeah, I forgot his first name. Leonard McCoy? No. That's wrong.
Well, it's, it is Leonard, actually.
Yeah! I'm good.
Good call.
Let's see.
He's a doctor, not a blue furry man.
That's very true.
So
neither the GSX or the GSX Fast Forces Beast had monster or animal, sadly. I mean, not calling him a monster, not calling him an animal. I'm just saying he's blue and furry and has claws. It's kind of easy to just put that there.
hey,
Yeah.
you know what we should do?
What?
Talk about the next character.
Let's do that.
Psylocke, she's British and Japanese. Comics people. It's confusing.
Continuity. What?
She used to be different. She used to be like a blonde.
There used to be a lot of things with her.
X-Men continuity is the worst.
Yeah.
It's just the worst.
Because she was Captain Britain at one point, and...
No, that was her brother.
No, that was her too.
See?
And, no, she took over for him, I think, at one point. And I think she might have... I might be
She had a clone too.
I was thinking she mind controlled, like, transferred her mind into somebody else's
She did.
body. Yeah. Okay.
Kawana or something like that.
Yeah, that's why she's British and Japanese
It's
at the same
so
time.
weird, man.
It's because her mind was British and her body became Japanese or something. I think I'm turning
It's the best
Japanese.
song
I
from
think
the
I'm
80s.
turning Japanese. I really think so.
She had a mental affair with Cyclops too. It was really weird.
Given away by this movement power
And
first.
Scott.
No. Hidden Thoughts Scott?
Exactly.
I'm Ron Burgundy?
There are so many question marks in this set.
It really is. So Psylocke is 84 points. Excalibur Exiles, Mojoverse, The Hand,
The Hand.
and
Important
X-Men.
keyword.
I love The Hand, but I'm getting rid of them.
Yeah.
I can't do it. There was not a whole lot of competitive hand pieces lately. I mean, we had Colleen Wing and Misty Knight. We had Hobgoblin Prime. Other than that, you have to go back to Captain America or to
The Daredevil.
Incredible Hulk.
I think a Daredevil.
Yep, the Daredevil. I had every single piece that had the hand keyword and a card. Like, bar none. I had 3 hand ninjas, I had all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But then I played them a lot, and they never worked.
Hmm.
They were awful. Like, I mean, they're great. I just had bad luck with them, so I'm getting rid of them.
Yeah.
I'm fickle. Anyway, Mojoverse. That's a new keyword. I'm thinking that's... I don't know. I'm hopeful.
That.
You're hopeful that you get that big fat man on the exosuit.
Yeah! Big Fat Mojo. Man, he was... I loved that, what, 1 or 2 episodes in the cartoon with Mojo. It was so funny. I loved it.
I dare you to watch it now.
I did. It's still...
Still funny?
It's still really...
Disturbing.
It's still...
Bad writing.
Okay, I was watching that with my wife. I was starting from the beginning, starting to watch through it, and it was so bad that she just couldn't help mocking it mercilessly.
I did the same
Because
thing.
there was one where they're on an island, because they always go to an island that things are sketchy, and they decide, hey, let's go there as pedestrians, it'll be fine. And they lock Storm in a box.
Oh, I remember
Storm,
that.
the claustrophobic one. And you know what line she has? I cannot move! That is what she says.
Okay, so if you're ever playing Storm and you somehow get tied up with somebody with plasticity, you are required to say it to the best of your ability.
I cannot move! I'm sorry. Anyway, back to Psylocke. Hidden Thoughts, Scott?
Yeah. So, mind control and stealth, and when she uses mind control, she gets to use it as an 8-range dual target, which normally she only has a 2-range single target.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that gets pretty cool. I mean, a lot of range, a lot of target, I guess.
I like this one. The focused totality of my psychic powers.
Precision strike. I said it right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The the first one where that's actually on her dial, like first character we've seen with that on the dial, I love this power. I've gotten to play this power already from my good friend, Gizmo. It's so good. There is really no opportunity where Precision Strike is not a good idea. It works with both range attacks and close combat attacks. Can't be evaded by super senses. Can't be reduced below 1 damage from attacks. And can't be transferred off by Mastermind.
Can you shape change it?
Shape change, I don't think is the same. Because that's targeting, that's not evasion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can still do that. But still, that's a whole lot of things that you just get around. Right?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, geez. You got somebody with that and Battle Fury, then you ignore the shape change.
Mm-hmm. And this is our first person with Empower, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
She gets it at the end half of her dial, Empower.
What is Empower? Empower is basically enhancement, but for close combat.
Yep.
Psychic boost to my allies. They make her kind of sound pretentious in her text here.
Well, okay.
Like, flavor text of percent. Big wording.
Let me just lay this one on.
Pretentiousness. There's the word.
If her ethnicities are in fact true, which with X-Men you never know, she is both British and of the Asian persuasion. So she has both of those things going on at the same time. I cannot wrap my mind around how that should sound. So there you go.
I'm not even going to try that.
No. It's just offensive.
It will be. Okay, so before we get more offensive, let's move on. Let's move on.
We know how this accent sounds. Sugar.
Sugar.
It's Rogue!
Yep.
Only one keyword, which is kind of surprising. Didn't go with Brotherhood or any of the other things. Brute. She could have been a Brute.
You know what this dial reminds me of a whole lot?
What's that?
Lucy Lane Superwoman.
Decent at the front, sucky in the back?
She's got a mullet.
Well, I mean, if you just look at her white hair, maybe.
Yeah. Well, anyway. No, I mean, it's the same idea. Flyer, charge, super strength, a minimal damage reducer, and one good hit and she's probably toast.
Yeah. She's our next one that has Empower.
Yeah.
Gets that on click 4.
Her tray is very cool.
Okay, let's hear that one.
Yeah, she has what you thought she would have, the ability to steal others' powers. In this case, at the beginning of the game, choose a standard power another friendly character can use on its starting click. This game, Rogue can use that power, and when she does, she has the printed range value of that friendly character. So she gets it for the whole game.
So let's look at the starting powers that we have just from this team base. You have Blades from Wolverine that she doesn't already have. Energy Shield Deflection from Cyclops. Penetrating Psychic Blast from Gambit. Stealth and Perplexed with Jubilee. Sidestep with Beast. Precision Strike. Willpower. Shape Change with Psylocke. Ooh, I missed her Shape Change earlier. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, that's what you get on the team base. So there's some good options there.
Well, Invuln, Invincible. I mean, if you're stealing off the team base.
Willpower.
Oh, off the team base itself. I missed that.
Yeah. Psychic Blast.
Yeah, you get that from
lots of stuff. Here's what I don't like. Knowing what I know about Rogue, unless her powers have changed.
600 point dial is prob.
Yeah. Unless her powers have changed, like recently, kind of doubt it. It was always a bad thing when she got the powers.
Right. She always hurt the person.
To me, that should almost be like, if you want to use from your people at the beginning of the game, they take one unavoidable, and then she gets it.
Yeah.
Or she should be able to take from people she hits. Almost like
there was one like that, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that she could use Outwit
when she was adjacent,
and then she could take one power, or whatever power she outwitted she could use.
Mm-hmm.
I almost think this would be a good one of give her an action to take one power from a friendly character, and they take damage.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets it for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And she could do that more than once.
Or at the very minimum, she incaps him.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah.
That would.
That
I like that a lot better.
It does.
But either
And then
way,
once
it's neither
again.
of those. It's just you flat out get it,
Right.
Which,
and that's it.
I mean, it's not that bad.
Just from the ones you named off, I think Precision Strike comboed with Super Strength
Yes.
work very well together.
For real.
Hit him for 5. That
I mean,
can't be
it really-
evaded.
It really depends on what you're facing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're facing a lot of damage reduction, you do have the Penetrating Psychic Blast from Gambit. If you're facing a lot of range, you can go with the Energy Shield from Cyclops.
Yeah.
If you just need more support, you have Perplexed from Jubilee.
Yeah.
Or Combat Reflexes. I didn't realize that. Sidestep if you want a little extra sidestep charge. You know, that would be nice from Beast. Mm-hmm. You know, the Precision Strike, like you said. Shape Change to get a little extra avoidance in there. Yeah. Or Willpower. I mean, you can't really go wrong with Willpower either.
Right.
Give
Or
her Willpower the entire game.
Can I do a brief tangent?
I like tangents.
Say how utterly stupid it is that Wolverine's real name is James Howlett.
Oh.
Howlett.
Really?
It is. I didn't make it up.
I know that, but wow.
I just
I
noticed.
miss him being Logan.
Yeah, that was good. Remember when there was magic to the character and they didn't reveal his entire past?
Yeah, I liked that
was cool.
better. Stupid, everybody wanting to know who he is and all that.
Yeah.
Alright. The most recent preview, at time of recording, it has just dropped today, is Longshot. Not to do anything with the team dial or anything, it's just another preview. 009, so a common.
This guy's getting played and sealed.
He will.
Yeah.
75 points. It's really, really good. Celebrity, Exiles, Excalibur, Martial Artist, Mojoverse, X Factor, and X-Men. You did a little dance.
Once we talk about this a little bit, I'm going to share with you a combination my brother actually passed along.
Oh, good.
That is pretty awesome. With
Hey,
Longshot.
brother.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. I know you're listening.
He listens to every episode.
That's great.
He's one of our 5 subscribers.
Yeah! Come on, guys! Not my brother. My brother doesn't listen.
Cue the Charlie Brown music. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
Alright. Longshot has a trait. Luckiest man alive. All of Longshot's hits are critical hits. If Longshot rolls 2 6s, the attack can't be evaded, damage dealt is increased by an additional 1, and damage dealt can't be reduced below 3. He is a printed 2. He gets a normal critical hit plus 1, so it makes it 3. Then, if he rolls 2 6s, it makes it a 4.
Yes.
So damage can't be reduced below 3. That's kind of awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, that's rolling a crit. I mean,
Yeah.
as rare as that normally is.
Yeah.
Now, the discussion that we were having right before we started recording was, with this being a critical hit, does that make it knockback damage or not? Is a normal, say you were playing with Cyclops or whoever else, and you rolled a crit, it's knockback because it's a crit. Is that because you rolled doubles or because it was a crit?
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, it's a critical hit is a 12. So if they're wording it, saying when he hits, if he needs to roll a 7 and you roll a 7, that 7 turns into a critical hit, and by definition, that is a 12, and that would cause knockback. In my mind, that's how I picture it.
The question becomes, is a critical hit denoted by the doubles and the fact that it's 6s, or is a critical hit just a critical hit where you add damage?
My thinking based on, I can't remember who had it anymore. There was something I've seen recently that had, what was it? There was something that was previewed or shown that has, friendly characters can crit on 11 or 12. Do you remember seeing that? I could have sworn I saw it. It might have been a made up dialogue thread somewhere in the customs threads from HC Realms or something
That
like
doesn't
that.
count.
I know, but somewhere I thought I saw it. I could be completely
I mean, if you
mistaken.
read the definition of critical hit, it just simply states any roll of the dice that results in 2 6s.
Hmm.
And that's it. That's
So
all.
that should, if that's, that's the definition.
That's as simple as it gets.
That's not correct too.
But by that definition, nothing happens. Like, what happens when you roll a critical hit? That's just what is a critical hit, not what happens when you get a critical hit. See what I'm saying? Like, that's defining the conditions to have a critical hit, not the effect of a critical hit. See what I'm saying? Because that doesn't describe the knockback or the additional damage. See what, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. If you go to knockback, knockback doesn't say anything about.
If you
Rolling
are
dice.
an orange person, in the words of my co-host, and
Orange
you are,
people!
and you are listening to this podcast, and you would like to chime in on the comments of YouTube, and we're going to expand out into other stuff. But,
Eventually,
yeah, I swear.
we'll be on Reddit.
Yeah.
The Reddit sub-thread of Heroclix.
Love.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you know, or if you want to chime in on this, please do. We are having some internal debate right now, but you know what? It's great, because that's why we play this game. It's to unlock the secrets. See, that's what Psylocke would sound like.
Oh.
Anyway, to unlock the secrets of the game and discuss it and get all nerdy about it. So, yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
So, is that pretty much what we have to say about Longshot?
So far with the X-Men, that's
I
it.
think so. I mean, he's pretty cool. He's got some prob. He gets precision strike prob.
What is on his hand?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
If you go and look at his sculpt, it almost looks like he has Wolverine claws.
You know what I bet those are, since he's a member of the Mojoverse?
What's that?
TV guy.
I thought you were going to say movie tickets.
No. Okay, so my brother gave me this little tip. Notice that Longshot is a whopping 75 points.
75 points, yes.
I would like to direct your attention back to the Streets of Gotham set to a David Kane,
Uh-oh.
who can utilize the apprentice power with Longshot. And you might say to yourself, Mitch, what are you talking about? What is this?
What's that?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So, David Kane has a trait. It says Deadly Mentor. That's the name of it. So, as you reveal your force, choose a friendly character with a lower point value. David Kane can use Enhancement, Leadership, and Perplex, but he can only affect the chosen character. David Kane can use Shape Change when he's adjacent to the chosen character. Let me do it. I'm almost done. Longshot is a martial artist. So is David Kane.
Oh, theme team!
Have some fun, boys.
So, okay, yeah. On his opening click, you have a 9, 11, 16, 2.
Mm-hmm.
But that makes it a 9, 11, 16, 3 because it's going to be a critical hit.
Mm-hmm.
The normal critical hit, not
Yes.
the extra special traded critical hit.
Then
So, now you got enhancement, which makes it a 4.
Perplex.
Perplex could make it a 5. And actually rolling 2 6s makes it a 6.
rule of 3.
Go into the wall.
No. Crits do not count with rule of 3.
It's a replacement.
That's true.
No, it's not. Okay. I went into this at our shop one time.
Heroic Adventures in Edwardsville.
Heroic Adventures.
Venture over to there for all your Heroclix and comic book needs. They are fine establishment.
They're my heroes. So anyway, it's all in the wording of how things happen. I don't have the rule book in front of me, so I can't quote it straight off. But basically,
Is this the whole damage dealt?
it's the damage dealt versus damage taken. Damage dealt is at the attack roll. Like, when the attack hits, you deal, or damage dealt is, say, 5.
Mm-hmm.
Now you calculate in toughness, impervious, all those things. Damage taken is that many.
Mm.
That's why knockback damage is damage taken, not damage dealt.
Right.
Crits say you add 1 damage to the amount of damage taken. The rule of 3 is before the attack roll. I mean, I'm not explaining that super duper well. If you want to know more, go search AC Realms. I've seen it all explained by an Orange Post.
Again.
Orange Post!
Oh, okay.
It's an Orange Post!
Now they're posts.
No, it's a post that they put!
Is it all about what they can do for you?
Orange people! Man!
Just call them munchkins.
Ooh, you make me sound like a orangist or something.
Hulkamaniacs.
I'm not an orangist, guys.
Anyway, that is a really cool,
That is a sweet pairing.
Yeah, that's a good combo.
and correct me if I'm wrong.
With leadership, which means you get to act more often.
And is he's not a wild card, is he?
Who? Longshot? No.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No.
Never mind.
League of Assassin? Is that what you're thinking?
Or bad ally. Bad enemy, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, they both start off in 11, though, so it wouldn't really change much.
But if one guy doesn't get hit,
But man, you're sitting there.
Anyway, he doesn't have it, so it doesn't
Prob
matter,
and no, I mean just in general.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Right now, you're sitting there with prob, penetrating damage.
Yeah, this won't help you in sealed, but later on.
That's gonna be a fun generic theme.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's dirty.
Yeah. My brother's learning.
He's doing really well.
He is.
I'm happy for him.
He is. So, okay, well that gets through all that. Let's run down some other miscellaneous things that are going on. Fellowship of the Ring dropped.
Fellowship did drop.
I bought a box of it, and I was very, very pleased with what I pulled.
Yeah? What'd you get?
I can't name everything, because
It's a box of
stuff. Kyle and I we each bought a box, and we didn't know the breakdown. We didn't realize that chases are 1 per every gravity feed, not 1 per case, which a case constitutes 2 gravity feed boxes.
Yes. Also, I mean, you could call them a brick, so to speak.
It's just confusing, you know. So we found that out the hard way, or I should say Kyle did, because I got the chase.
Boom shakalaka.
Yes. And
Sorry,
I got, how do you say that, Paul?
Isildur?
No, the other one.
No.
They say Isildur all the time, so I know that one. It's
Elendil? It's not.
Elendil,
yes.
Yeah. I got him. That was my chase.
Yeah.
By far my favorite piece out of what I pulled is Christopher Lee, Saruman. I just wish he had a power that says, "Now my revenge is complete." What he says from one of the Dracula movies back in the 70s. But anyway, it's super cool. He's got a really cool power where you can roll 5 or 6. This is an epic action. Roll 5 or 6 and choose 1 character for every 100 points of the build total. If you hit a 5 or 6, they are dealt 1 unavoidable damage.
Ooh.
It's nasty.
That hurts.
And when Kyle and I played a game, I played Forces of Sauron, he played Fellowship. I hit it every single time.
Oh, ugly.
It was just nonstop.
He played 400 points?
Played 600 points.
600 points.
And I had lots of, Orokai and Orcs. And, yeah, he had pretty much Gandalf, Legolas, Gimli, Aragorn.
Wow.
And I had a Ring Wraith.
So you're the bad guys.
I was the bad guys. He was the good guys.
And Evil won that day.
We didn't get to quite finish the game because I had to leave early, but yeah, it was going to shape up like that. But I like this set a lot. There's a lot of really cool, really cheap pieces. And nobody is super expensive. I think the
Gandalf's
most...
up there.
Gandalf,
74.
Yeah. I mean, all the guys I played though, like I don't think I had anybody over 130 points.
Yeah.
And I was just pulling from my box, like, okay,
Yeah.
I want to make a Forces of Sauron team,
Right.
you know. All the orcs, Orcai, they're real good.
All the generics are really good.
Yeah.
All the archers.
Yeah.
I want a whole squad of elven archers.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Ring wraiths are good. I'm really excited about the OP kit.
Yes.
You get some really cool maps. You get Bag End. You can actually play in Bag
cool.
End. You can play on Weathertop. You can play in, what's the elf village place?
Lothlorien?
Lothlorien, yeah. And there's one more, but I forget. You got some cool objects. You've
The
got...
mithril shirt is one of them.
Yes,
I remember that.
Yes. You've also got a couple characters. You got horde tokens.
Yes.
So I mean, it's a lot of really cool stuff. And, you know, I don't see myself completing this one because it's just really super hard to get everything.
Mm-hmm.
But
Ooh.
I really like what I got. And I was very fortunate when I pulled that I only got one duplicate that was a non-generic. And I actually ended up trading Kyle for, I had an extra Elrond.
Oh, okay.
And I traded him for a Ring Wraith.
Okay.
Cool.
The other relic is the Lothlorien cloak.
Yeah, that's
When a
it.
character is in hindering, they can use super senses.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, stealthy people.
That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Out of the people that I did not get, I think the big powerhouse out of the set is the Witch King of Angmar. He's pretty neat. But, yeah.
Did Kyle play Arwen or Legolas?
He played Legolas. Did not play Arwen.
Because I really want to see her.
Oh, he played Boromir too.
Oh,
So you got your Game of Thrones clicks going on there.
Oh, by the way, Saruman is actually 4 through 6, not
Yeah.
5 and 6.
Right,
So it's
right.
a 50%,
Oh,
not
wow.
a
It
33.
is real good.
So you were damaging his entire team.
Yeah.
With
Well,
one dice
half
roll.
of his team. So like every time Gandalf, Legolas, and Gimli were just taking one. Every single time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Um,
And he never moved off of top dial. And he's got a 6, 11, 18, 3 shape change. He can also use mind control. This would be at a range of 10. If he does elevated and blocking terrain for line of fire, he ignores elevated and blocking for line of fire.
Oh my god.
He is a beast.
there's a whole bunch of pieces in the set that are going to be really just good pieces for just extra support stuff.
His defense power is outwit and prob.
Defense power.
So you could prob that roll. That epic action.
Oh, really?
I never had to.
Wow.
Yeah, he is
that's strong.
great. I love that figure.
There's a whole bunch of just good support pieces in here. And also, the generic elf keyword is coming in.
Yeah, actually everyone is, you would like this, everyone is segregated by race.
Yeah.
Wait a second. There's no orange people keyword.
I know, not yet.
There's a,
Thanks for that.
Because
by
you don't
the
do
way.
the rules.
Thanks for labeling me a racist.
Only so much as that we're actually talking about.
Disclaimer, I'm not a racist.
He's not. It's true. It's for the comedy, for the benefit of our listeners.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Part of the joke.
Yeah. So, okay, you got elf, you got man, you've even got,
Man.
what is, hold on. Mayor? It's what Saruman and Gandalf are. They're not human.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to say it, but yeah.
I'm trying to find it myself.
It's this weird mystical being thing that they just kind of look human. But everyone, dwarf has its own keyword.
Saruman doesn't have his keyword on here.
Man has its own keyword.
Hey, man.
yeah, that's weird.
Hey, man.
But yeah, so it's pretty cool.
What number is Gandalf? No, never mind. You're right there. M-A-I-A-R.
He's the mayor.
He's the mayor.
He's the mayor of Middle Earth.
Gandalf mayor.
So yeah,
Yeah, it's a cool set.
I dig the set. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm excited to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Elven Archer, I want to get a bunch of just for like a elf team. Like, if anybody ever played Magic, there was always the elf deck. Especially when you were in the tribal set, or the tribal, cycle and whatever, where basically the different races had really cool decks. You make zombie decks, or you make goblin decks, or elf decks, and elf deck was pretty cool. Now, you can make the elf deck of Heroclix. Elven Archer, you ignore friendly characters named Elven Archer for line of fire purposes. That means you can have a block of archers and shoot through each other, or shoot over each other, and basically having a barrage of arrows.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, you can play Helm's Deep, and that works.
Is there an Isengard map?
The hobbits are going to Isengard.
That's what I was thinking.
There might have been in the first Lord of the Rings set.
Yeah.
The hobbits are going to Isengard. The hobbits are going to Isengard. The hobbits are going to Isengard.
Yeah. You said that really low and creepy.
I did.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. Frodo Baggins, number 1. 55 points, stealth prob. 6 range because he has a 0 printed range, but stealth prob for 55 points is not bad.
Check out that epic action.
Epic action. Beginning of your next turn, up to 2 friendly characters per 100 points of the game's build total who occupy the same area of hindering terrain as him or are adjacent to him can use stealth into your next turn. Okay, I like that.
Giving out stealth, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And if you want to extend your area of stealth, throw some smoke cloud on the clear terrain next to you to make that area bigger.
You got it.
Oof.
Yep.
It's gross.
Pretty cool stuff.
Elven Warrior, charge flurry for their opening 2 clicks.
They're great.
So good.
Yeah.
Samwise Gamgee.
He actually, and I don't have, maybe I do have a card. I'm gonna look, you keep talking.
Samwise Gamgee, he's got defend and support. He's got stealth, which is weird. Hey, that's loud.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's real loud. It's making noises and shuffling sounds.
Every day.
Every day I'm shuffling.
When Samwise Gamgee has no tokens, he can use Pulse Wave. Because why not?
Running shot pulse wave, thank you.
Because hobbits, that's why.
The hobbits are going to Isengard. Moria Orc Archer, stealth. They can use carry, but they can only carry other Moria Orc Archers. For each adjacent character with Goblin or Orc in its name, you modify his attack or range value by +1.
Oh, here it is.
That's pretty good. Now you can make an Orc Archers too. What's that?
Sam's support power is called tomatoes, sausages, and crispy bacon.
Wow. I mean, it's like any video game. You eat the food to heal.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now Heroclix has,
Yep.
Grey Dwarf or Grey Wizard needs food badly.
Yep. His coolest power, though, is that defend support combo.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
That is very cool.
Man, just the generics are just so cool. A lot of stealth in this set. A lot of stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the other Elven Archer has... Elven Archers ignore friendly characters named Elven Archer for line of fire. That's the one I read earlier, wasn't it?
Yep.
You can use enhancement, but you may modify range instead of damage if you want. It's pretty neat. Legolas Greenleaf. The melee version of Legolas. That's not the, that's not the ranged version as we've seen him previously.
Yeah, this Legolas is much more close combat involved. I really like the Gimli in this set. His epic action is very cool. Give him an epic action, modify +1 the same combat value of up to 1 friendly character per 100 points of the total game's build total. So, modify your whole team's defense or your whole team's damage, attack by +1. That's cool.
Very
Very
cool
cool
set.
set.
I like it. I like it a whole lot. I'm gonna be playing it.
So I guess after this they'll do 2 towers and then return to the king.
My guess, and this is just me spitballing at you, not that I'd spit at you, but my guess is that you will see probably 2 a year. You're going to see the Desolation of Smog in December, or November, December, and you'll probably see 2 towers next year, and then another, final Hobbit set, and then after that a Return of the King. That's my guess.
Yeah.
So they'll
get all of them out there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not gonna stop with these. I mean, it's another license that sells very well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not like, the Gears of War clicks or the Halo clicks or the other stuff that nobody really picks up. I mean,
don't hate Street Fighter. It's got new ones coming out.
It's got new ones coming out. Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
BioShock is coming.
BioShock might be, I don't know.
But a lot of those, they haven't been as popular as the heroes in Marvel and DC. I mean, even the indie stuff didn't really go past, one set.
Right.
But with the Lord of the Rings, I mean, we've already had 2 successful sets, and a third one just came out that have been really good too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, that's kind of a brief thought on what we've got with Fellowship. We've got a couple other little brief things to talk about. We've got at least 2 of us that will be attending Gencon.
Not me.
Da, 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 da. That's Charlie Brown.
Again, I have so much of that.
Yeah. Paul might. Jeff is in, even though he's not here right now. He will be at Gencon.
He's here in heart.
He's packing.
Yeah.
He's packing already.
Oh, I was like, he's packing heat?
Oh, man. You went the other way
that
with
escalated quickly.
Yeah, man.
You killed a man with a trident.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be there, and we're all excited about it. This is going to be the first big game con. This is the first game con I've ever been to. First big game con for a lot of us. So we're going to have a group there, and I might try to give a dress code for me, like what I'll be wearing that day. If you want to come up and say hey, I would love that. That would be crazy. I'd like to be internet famous. It'd be cool.
Yeah, we'll make sure to have a recording right before you guys leave, and it'd be up before you guys are going on the road.
Yeah, and the idea, we want to talk to anybody who wants to talk to us, not just, famous figures in the community, but hey, fans, if you want to talk to us, we'd love to talk to you.
You know what might be fun in the car ride? Podcast in the car.
Hey, I'm not there.
Road trip podcast.
No, oh man.
That could kill 2 hours.
Those are some of the most jacked up conversations in those car rides.
I don't think those are gonna be able to be put on the air.
That could be an epic podcast.
Depends on who's in the car, because sometimes those car rides can get really sketchy.
Yeah, that could be feedback damage after dark,
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna miss that.
we could Skype you in.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I want to Skype it.
So yeah.
So when is that? And
that is the middle of August.
August 10th, is it?
Yeah, it
Saturday?
is.
Or Thursday through?
Yeah, it is the. Sometime.
Yeah, sometime
It's
in
coming up.
first weekend in August.
It's gonna happen.
Roughly.
I'm gonna go.
Second weekend in August.
Yeah. So that's gonna happen. We're excited about it. Gonna try and get us some LEs and like I said, meet you guys. So we've got that, and we've got. I'm gonna talk a little bit of video games real quick before we.
Well, real quick, there's still some upcoming sets of clicks. You got Kick-Ass 2, which I'm looking forward to that set. I love the first movie.
Yeah.
That was really good.
So this set should be pretty fun.
Lone Ranger.
I'm surprised those haven't come out yet, because isn't the movie out right now?
It's either out or
Lone Ranger, I think, just came out this week, or maybe
comes
this
out
weekend.
this weekend?
Yeah, maybe.
Which I'm surprised that the clicks aren't out for it, because usually they precede the movie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A little tickle there, huh?
Thing in my throat. Sound like Kermit the Frog there. Hi-ho. Yeah, I would be pretty surprised if they're probably not in the shop when we show up on Wednesday. Also, we got Pacific
Rim,
highly anticipated movie.
Which,
Yeah,
how many figures? There's only like 6. How many figures are in there?
I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't really
That's
followed
really
that one
weird.
too closely. I am interested in the movie and Clicks. But,
Yeah, the movie looks awesome. And the clicks
I
are...
wonder if they're going to be kind of like the Star Trek ships, where they're going to kind of be their own little game. That
could
are
be.
kind of going to work with the regular game, but kind of going to be different.
Yeah, the scale's definitely off.
Mm-hmm.
But
They're a lot bigger.
Yeah, they're I think
their
2
size
inches,
of
2.5 inches.
their size of most giant figures.
Yep.
well, that's
But-
good.
Single base
Oh, they
giant
should be.
figures, at least.
Well, they should
Some
be
people are...
colossals.
Yeah, exactly. Some
Yeah.
people are saying they should even be just all colossals.
Even if they can't make them that big, they should have the symbol.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about them yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's
And then-
coming out.
And you got holiday figures.
The holiday
Oh.
figures.
Man.
Yes, and we got a lot of stuff that we didn't really get to this time. We got the Trinity of Sin.
Yeah,
That
which
we
that
really
was
wanna preview.
that was released a while back,
Yeah,
but that is the one thing that will make me want to have a team dial.
yeah.
We kind of touched on it on a previous episode. I think it might have been the apology episode from the Justice League team dial, where, like I said, that would be the only team dial that I really want because those characters are super great. I'm reading the Phantom Stranger book now, and we are on the eve of the Trinity of Sin, Trinity War in the comic era here. The 3 characters, Phantom Stranger, The Question, and Pandora.
Which that crossover where they are going to be key players is going to be coming up soon.
Yeah, the
in
Trinity
comics.
War.
Yeah.
It's going to be a crossover of the Justice League comic, the Justice League Dark, and Justice League of America, as well as their own the Phantom Stranger book. Pandora is going to have a book that starts, and I would not be surprised if there was a Question book that starts as
I
well.
love the Question.
Now, it's not the Question. It's not necessarily the Question that you know and love.
No, but what little we have seen of him, where he's actually been the Question.
Have you read all that, by the way?
Not yet.
Oh, you have not even read it then.
Don't come at me with that.
This is your favorite character, admittedly.
I have
One
a lot
of,
favorite
one of.
characters. Yeah. You're not reading my favorite character.
Well, yeah.
I got that shirt on right now. I got the black shirt and the lightning bolt.
Who are you? Black Flash? That wasn't racial. There really is a Black Flash.
Shut your mouth.
Shut it.
Shut your mouth. Yeah, so anyway.
And then you've got the 1966 Batman.
Biff Powell. Huzzah.
Zap.
And we've already seen the Bat Shark repellent. We talked about that a little bit last
Con
time.
exclusive LE.
Yeah.
Con exclusive thing it was from Origins.
Was it?
They gave it away at Origins. It's out. It's alive. It's there.
No, how do
It's
I
real.
get
It's Con LE, man.
it? It is?
Yes.
I saw it.
The shark repellent?
You most likely will see it at Gencon.
Oh yeah, that'll be
It was given away at Origins.
I was hoping it was going to be part of the 66 OP kit.
No.
Yeah, they already put it out.
It's out and real. It's
That
there.
set comes out in September, by the way. The Batman.
I did not think there was any way they could get me to buy more Batman this year, but they found a way.
Yep.
Yeah, there's so much Batman this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, regardless. So there's that.
I think
There is that.
that's
Got the video
most
game.
of the sets.
And what are you playing right now?
I'm still playing Marvel Heroes on PC.
Uh-huh.
Hawkeye is now 31.
Out of 50?
I think it tops out at 60. 50 or 60.
Mm-hmm.
Level cap. It's just such a fun game. It's if you played Ultimate Alliance on Xbox or PlayStation or Diablo, it's
Very similar.
It's very similar. Yeah.
If my dumb computer could play
It's
it, I would
yeah.
actually be on it there with you, but it doesn't really do that thing.
It's fun.
Um,
So
How about you, Mitchell? What are you playing?
I'm still playing Borderlands 2,
Yeah?
cool.
and it's I love it. It's good.
How does it compare up to the first one? Borderlands 1.
It's pretty much better in every way.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
You played it, right?
I played, yes, I have it on Xbox. I've been playing a bit.
Tiny Tina.
I have not gotten to Tiny Tina. Wait, yes, I have.
She's hilarious, man.
That's Scooter's sister, right?
The 14, no, the 14-year-old girl.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Hilarious.
I'm thinking of Borderlands 1 still then.
Wildly inappropriate.
Okay,
and hilarious.
I don't know her then. I've not played very far in it yet.
You were almost there, actually.
I met Roland. I've saved him from the robots. The robots.
That was pretty intense.
Yeah, that was pretty intense.
Yeah.
But then I stopped playing because the guy I played it with is not around anymore here. He lives in another town that's an hour away, and I don't see him anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. And you don't play on your Xbox, so there.
It's because I got it on PC for the $15, man.
Well, that's true, but my PC doesn't run games like
All
that.
aboard the Steam train. Sorry not to infringe on anyone else's show, but, yeah, man, Steam. It's awesome.
It's great. I just need a new computer.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll get one of those someday, and then I'll be able to play all these fangledy new games that you guys keep telling me about.
Yeah.
I'll keep playing my old school games, like, Civ 4.
It's fine.
Actually, I haven't played anything since we last spoke.
Oh, man.
I've been just busy. We've been out of town a lot.
Yeah.
Running around. It's been good. I got a year older since we last spoken.
Somebody else is about to get a year older.
Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be 30.
30.
30.
Yep.
It's gonna be great.
So, any second thoughts on Man of Steel? It's still as good as you thought it was?
Yeah.
I actually saw that since we've spoken last. I guess I have had a lot of stuff since we've last had an episode. I liked it. Superman is, I'm not going to spoil anything for those of you who still haven't seen it. Superman is not a character that I really like, in general. He's like the D&D paladin. Moral compass always points directly north. There's no deviation.
Mm-hmm.
Really hard to relate to. Really hard to, I don't know, be a character more than a thing. He's just a thing, usually. This Superman feels like a person. Somebody that you can kind of relate with and you can kind of see what's going on and the struggles and whatever. It's just, he has more of a personality than I've seen him in the past. So I really like that.
Yeah, I really love the movie. The way they develop the characters is just awesome when he first starts to learn how to use his powers. The way they depicted all of that, and where he learns how to fly, and I hope Zack Snyder did a really, really good job with all that. And Feora, Zod's sidekick, is just a badass.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Yeah.
She is awesome. She almost steals the movie for me.
Yeah, she's pretty tough, man.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything new to add. I really enjoyed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was good.
And then coming up is, what?
Wolverine.
Oh yeah,
Wolverine's next, then Thor 2 comes out
Oh yeah.
this fall.
Mm-hmm.
As far as superhero movies.
Yep, and then The Hobbit.
And then Hobbit.
So.
And Pacific Rim and
Kick-Ass 2.
Kick-Ass 2 and
It's pretty big.
Lone
summer.
Ranger.
Yeah.
Pretty big movie clicks this summer.
Lone Ranger, I don't know.
You can take that out of there.
I don't know.
I've heard they've reviewed it already and said it's kind of not great.
Yeah, I didn't really like Pirates movies, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it looks like he's playing the same character, just now he's in makeup.
Right.
So.
Yeah. He's like pasty cake makeup instead of guy liner.
Right.
Guy liner.
Yeah.
I kind of do like Johnny Depp in some of his movies, but once you see a Johnny Depp movie, you see most all of Johnny Depp movies. And I know there's going to be some hate from that, but he plays the same kind of kooky, crazy man, just wearing a different costume. Granted, he sells whatever movie he really sells the part that he's playing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the same guy. Just weirder. Sometimes another. This time he's a pirate.
Yeah.
This time he gives candy to the children.
Yeah. Since we also
Willy Wonka, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere
I
else
didn't
with that.
know. I was just going to move
Didn't
on.
go anywhere else with that.
Xbox, there's no more DRM. I'm sure you've heard it from everybody else, but since we brought it up last time, I didn't want to address it. Has that changed your opinion on the Xbox One at all?
I mean, I'm surprised, first of all, that a big corporation listened to the community.
I think part of that was the fear that they were going to go under.
Yeah.
I mean, at least their Xbox division.
There was some interesting news today. The guy who heads up the Xbox division
Left for Zynga.
has left,
What?
and he is working for Zynga now.
You mean like the Facebook game?
Captains
Yes.
of Farmville. And
Oh,
Yeah,
stuff like
man.
that. So he's
Wow.
Captains of microtransactions.
going to the
Maybe that's why it was happening.
yeah.
Like he wanted to, he was
No,
just trying to rake in
I
the
don't know.
dollar bills everywhere.
So
He's wanting to Scrooge McDuck and roll in his money.
speaking of which, the DuckTales remake. is
Oh,
out.
yes.
Oh,
it is
man.
on its way.
And speaking of that too, I have played another game, and so have you.
Yes, that is the only other game.
Dungeons and Dragons Chronicles Mystara, which is 2 games in one.
Tower of Doom and Shadows
of
over
Mystara. It's 2 Dungeons and Dragons games developed by Capcom in the 90s.
There were arcades.
They were arcade games, side-scrolling, beat-em-ups, with some cool RPG elements, lots of hidden things to find. It's a lot of fun. It's very Japanese.
Yep.
But it's very well polished, and this is the first time it's actually come out in North America, either game. They were only released in Japan on the Saturn.
Oh. You mean on a console? Not
Yeah,
on a, okay.
yeah.
I was going to say, I've
never
played
left
it
the
in
arcades.
Arcade.
Here. But yeah, so it's a lot of fun. It's one of those like, I don't know, $10, $12 downloads. Super fun. And, yeah.
It's on
really enjoy it.
PC.
PC, it's on Steam, it's on Xbox Live, it's on the PlayStation Network.
Yes.
Can't remember if
Oh, poor Nintendo.
I can't remember if I mentioned it last time or not, but I am gonna get a PS3. I've been on a Metal Gear kick. I'm gonna finish my Metal Gear series. And I'm gonna get Metal Gear Solid 4. And I'm also gonna get The Last of Us, which is not a Metal Gear game at all, but it is a PlayStation exclusive. And it looks amazing. I've seen like the first 20 minutes of it, I was blown away.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
You also are going to get a Nintendo Wii U.
Eventually, and a 3DS XL.
Because? Why because? Did we talk about that last time?
Smash Brothers.
Oh, we did.
Mega Man.
I forgot.
I was
Mega Man!
The Villager.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember if that was on air or off air.
I don't know
It was
either.
off.
Was it off?
Okay.
Well,
Mega Man!
Yeah, Mega Man. Wow.
Yeah, it looks fun.
As the kids say, it hit me right in the feels.
Yeah.
I never heard a kid say that.
Yeah.
And I don't think I want to hear a kid say that.
Yeah.
Might mean bad things.
Yeah.
Yeah, nostalgia set in.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I mean, Capcom hasn't done anything with Mega Man in so long. Legitimately, anyway. That it was just great. You know, it's great to see him. In a way, you're just like, man, Nintendo's gonna treat Mega Man better than Capcom did, you know?
Oh.
So, yeah. I'm excited about that. And Smash Brothers, every Smash Brothers game is great.
And search Villager meme
Yeah.
now.
The Villager
And laugh.
from Animal Crossing is a character that's going to be included. And as well as the Wii Fit trainer.
Oh yeah,
Which-
it's so weird.
It's so funny though, man.
Oh,
I know there are
it's so
some
goofy.
people in this room directly to my right that don't like it, but
It's super weird! Like,
yeah!
I don't like that.
Smash Brothers has an awesome sense of humor.
It does, but I think it's taking it to, like,
They crossed
to
the line.
It does.
You're
Like,
just telling me, I wish Nintendo would be more serious.
no. I think that it's taking the joke too far. Like, you know that point where, you know, we've taken a joke and we've just pushed it past where we should go, and then a little
Nintendo
further.
hasn't done
I
that.
think they have.
No, because like the last game, Solid Snake was in it. And
That's fine.
But it was hilarious, because, I mean, Solid Snake is a very serious character. I mean, all his games are...
That's not the point, or that's not the part I'm having problems with. That's an actual video game character that people recognize as a character. It's not a blank, no-face Wii Fit trainer. That's a Wii Fit trainer. She's teaching you how to not be fat.
She fights people with her yoga moves.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
Give me the shark repellent, because you just jumped it.
Alright, well, just make sure you don't play the game at my place whenever.
I'm gonna play the game. We're just not gonna play her. She's just gonna be turned off.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Anyway, I think that's probably gonna do it for us this week. Let me tell you about this show. Let me tell you
What are you gonna tell me?
Where you can find us on the internet.
Where's that?
Well, you can email us. If you want to tell us your thoughts on the show or any other show or just questions, we'd love to hear from you. You can email us at show@feedbackdamage.com. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/feedbackdamage, Twitter at @feedbackdamage. You can go to YouTube, youtube.com/feedbackdamageshow, or on the web, feedbackdamage.com.
And via our Reddit posts.
Yes, find us on Reddit.
We don't really have a login or anything.
Right now it's just me.
Yeah, that's okay.
You can give your name up.
I can give my name up. It's Agent Axiom. Look for me there.
You'll see it because it says feedback damage in the title.
Yeah. We will post on Reddit as soon as we upload new episodes. We're working to get on iTunes and all that kind of good stuff. Trying to reach you in as many ways possible.
Our good friends at Heroic Adventures are hooking us up with some sweet web action with a website and some graphics and whatnots that we can actually use for reaching you better. They're great people there. Drew, you're a good man.
Alright, well guys, that is going to do us for this week.
That's going to do us for this week?
Yeah.
It's weird. Do for us?
It's going to do you for...
Oof.
What?
I don't know. It just sounds awkward.
Somebody save it.
We forgot the badmouth Bart.
What? Oh yeah! Hey Bart! Thank you, Paul. Thank you for that. Hey Bart! Thanks for not showing up again! If you're listening to this, thanks again! Okay, I'm done now.
Again?
Again! Not last week, or not last time, not this time. Guess who's probably not showing up next time? Bart. Come on, Bart.
Goodbye?